In this video, I hope to explain about the bouncing effect that we encounter when we use push buttons like this in our Arduino projects. So the bouncing effect, to explain it briefly, is the phenomenon that happens that when we press the button once, the Arduino detects it as several button presses, because even though the time we press the button is very small, the Arduino, because it is running at a much higher speed, it detects the button press as multiple button presses. So because of this, in our Arduino projects, when we use the conventional approach using delays and checking the button state or the pin state using digital read, we will detect several high states. So that is called bouncing. So in order to address this, we have to address this issue in our code, and we have to handle this bouncing effect in our code. So first I will show you this small example where I have connected 4 LEDs and then defined the LED pins in this one-dimensional array. My LEDs are connected, as you can see, to 7, 8, 9 and 10 pins, and I have defined the input or the button pin as pin 2, and I have defined the output pins, the pin modes for the LEDs, and then I simply read the input pin, and this is the button pin, and if the button is pressed or it is high, I just count up until it reaches 3, and then reset it back to 0. And then I have put this delay in order to reduce the number of bounces. So after running this, you will see in this video that when I press the button once, it should light one LED at a time, but instead it is lighting 2 LEDs at a time. And how the program works is, it lights 1 LED at a time, and after all 4 LEDs have been light up, it starts switching 1 LED at a time off. So that is how it works. So that is achieved by this NOT. You can see this NOT sign. So I'm inverting the button state or the LED state here. So you can see that instead of 1 LED, we are getting 2 LEDs lighting up or switching off at a time. So this is called the bouncing effect. Now in my code, I have written this code to handle this bouncing effect. So what I have done is, I have done some modifications to the previous code. I have used an extra variable called button state. It's a Boolean value, and it will store the button state either as high or low, and then the rest is the same. And then I have written 2 new functions, one called debounce and the other called counter. So first let's take a look at the debounce function. The debounce function, what it does is, it checks for the button state. It will read the button pin from the hardware, and if the button pin is high, that means if the button has been pressed, and this is the logical end, and it will check the button state, which we have initialized as low in the beginning. So only if the button is pressed and the initial state is low, it will change the button state into high. So that means the button is considered to be pressed now, and then it calls the counter function. So when it comes to the counter function will check for the button state. The button state should be high, and the hardware button should be low. So this will cancel out all the other bounces that are coming. That means other bounces that are being detected by the Arduino. So If this condition is true, then the count variable will be incremented, and then the LED, corresponding LED, will be lit up or switched off. So this, and also the button state will be put back to low. So this code will ensure that the counter, the bouncing effect will be cancelled out, and we call it debouncing. So you can see now in the video how this code works, and we have achieved, we have successfully cancelled out or debounced the switch. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please hit the like button and leave a comment, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.